Hi Aries, welcome to Moonbeam's Messages. This is your collective finance reading. Now, as this is a collective reading, not everything will resonate, so please only take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If you don't find any messages in this for yourself, then please check your other placements where you're likely to find a message in there. You will find all the other placements in the playlists, so check those out whenever you are ready to. Now, as always, this is a timeless reading, so whenever it falls into your feed is whenever it's likely to be relevant for yourself. So let's get into it. Spirit, can we get some more cards for the current financial circumstances for Aries and what help is available? Okay, you've got lots of swords going on here. So we have the Seven of Swords is your overall energy. Now the Seven of Swords is very much telling me that you need to make sure that where your finances are concerned, you're not acting in any kind of underhanded way, that you are very much being fair in how you're obtaining your finances and how you're using them and how you are declaring them. So yeah, very much not doing anything sneaky, not doing anything underhand. And like I say, it could be something as simple as if you're self-employed, making sure that you're declaring everything, your full income, expenditure, etc., not missing certain things off. If it's something where you've owe people money, making sure that you're being fair about it. If you in a partnership, for instance, making sure you're being fair to not just how you obtain the money, but also how you spend it too. So it could be things like maybe you might do a bit of gambling, and you might take money out of joint finances that you're not supposed to be taking out, and then not declaring it, that kind of thing. So making sure that you are doing things fair, and making sure that it's not being sneaky in any way. Now, in your current circumstances, we do have the Page of Wands. Now, that's in the reverse at the moment. Now, the Page of Wands is telling me that you probably want to go on a nice, exciting trip, but you've not currently invested into anything, or if you have, the trip isn't anytime soon. It's very much telling me that you've not been able to go on a trip, or you've not been able to pay for one. Now that could be anything from a holiday to simply going and visiting people, or just going on a business trip, for instance. But very much suggesting that, a trip is something that you may want, but it's not something you can currently afford. Let's get clarification on that for you. Okay, so we've got the Justice come out then. Now this is telling me that certain things may be a bit risky. So you're trying to calculate whether or not the risk is worth it. And that could be very much while you've not gone on a trip. Maybe you've realised that the cost is just too high. Maybe there's certain things surrounding it that may not be worth the risk. We also have the Six of Swords in the reverse, saying that you're not even looking at other types of investments, so potentially not looking at other trips. You are very much just leaving things as they are. You're not even considering any other type of investment opportunities there. Now, when I say investments, it's just it doesn't have to be you saving money, buying stocks and shares. They are an investment, but it could be anything from increasing your money, so new jobs. It could be, buying big ticket items like holidays, vehicles, houses, etc. Big computers. It's all dependent on what you feel like an investment is. Now, it could even be investing into your future or energy, to learn something. This is very much telling me you're not entertaining anything at the moment. You're not looking at anything new. You're not looking at investing your time, your energy, your money into anything at all at the moment. And then we have a King of Wands in the reverse. Now, this is telling me you don't necessarily know too much about money. You may not be particularly financially minded. It does suggest that you feel like you might know a lot about money, but you either don't share it, or you don't know as much as you think you do. You might just have the gift of the blag, and it might actually not be quite as good as you feel like it is. And now that could be why you've got this Seven of Swords. Maybe certain things you're not necessarily being completely honest with certain monies, and maybe that's why you're not being able to invest into a holiday. And I'm saying this with a lot of love. You know, some people out there will pretend that they've got a lot of money coming in. They'll pretend that they've got certain jobs, and then when it comes to spending time with family or friends and they're expected to do something because they've said they would, you know, they're not able to follow that through because they've had the gift of the gab and they haven't actually got the finances to back it up. So you could potentially be somebody that's doing that, and you're not necessarily being able to back up what you've been telling people. And that could be very much why this is saying, you know, you need to make sure that things are being fair. Yeah, so in your challenge position, we do have an Eight of Swords. Now, the Eight of Swords are in reverse. This is telling me that your funds are a little bit tight, and that you need to examine where you can potentially rein it in a little bit to free up some extra money. Maybe there's certain things that you can cut out when you do look at your financial management. It is suggesting that the challenge is to free up your finances a little bit. Let's get some clarification on that. Okay, yeah, so we have a Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Now, the Queen of Pentacles, when she's in the upright, she doesn't really worry about money. Money is something that will never be an issue. So here it's very much an issue. You don't want it to be an issue. You would like it to never be an issue. Potentially you're not even able to afford luxuries at the moment as well. So very much suggesting that money is an issue, but it can be overcome by tightening your belt and looking at certain things within your current spending. Now we have a Four of Cups in the reverse. Again, just reiterating that you need to be keeping a track of what you're spending, and you'll find extra funds if you do that. Now, it could just be that you are not particularly financially minded, especially with this King of Wands. You may not know how to do that. So that could be something that you do find particularly challenging, especially if you're not aware of how to budget and how to track your spending. It could be something that you do find quite hard, because let's face it, not everybody is good with maths. Some people are very good at cooking. Some people are very good at using their hands, very practical things. You know, some people are good at maths. Some people are good at languages and they're rubbish at maths. Some people are good at art. You know, everybody's different. So it could be something where you might find that you might struggle with that. We do have a High Priestess as well. Now, this is telling me that you need to make sure that you are spending your money very wisely. So again, looking at where you can cut spending and making sure that you do spend wisely. Now, again, that could be something that could come as a bit of a challenge to you. Maybe you're used to impulse spending or spending on whatever you want. But yeah, very much there suggesting that you could do with cutting down a little bit. Now, in what help is available for you, we have this Four of Swords. Now, it's in the reverse. Normally, when the Four of Swords is in the upright, it's telling you that you need to start spending some time, money, energy on yourself and invest into yourself so that you're investing into your future. This is suggesting that you may already do a good chunk of investment into yourself. So it might be time to come out of investing so much into yourself. Now, it could also indicate that you don't invest into yourself at all, and you might need a good serious chunk of investment into yourself. Maybe you want a particular type of job or a particular type of lifestyle, and you've got to earn a certain amount of figures to get that. And in order to do that, you've got to pick up some skills. Let's get some clarification on that Four of Swords. That's a lot of cards that's come out, but we'll take them. So we've got an Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. The Ace of Pentacles is very much telling me that there is new opportunities, but you might miss them. Now, the opportunities that are available are with regards to raises, a new pay rise, a job, but you might miss them if you don't have the skills required for them. The Ace of Cups is very much telling me that you need to make sure that what opportunities are there, you do look into them fully, and you need to make sure that you know what's being offered, not jumping into things, making sure that if it's a new job, for instance, that you've got the skills and you've got the the knowledge to back it up. So very much this Ace of Pentacles, maybe you're spending a lot of time on yourself and you haven't got a job, and this could very much be that you need to look at getting one, and you need to look and see what's out there. It could be that if you are in a job, there might be an opportunity for promotion. There could be new jobs coming up, but you need to make sure that you have got what it takes to do it. Now, it could be something as simple as asking somebody else about the job. It might not be. I suppose one thing that you need to be careful of is that other people may get a little bit jealous. There might be people around you that could try and put you off. Now, the reason why I'm saying that is you have a 5 of Wands. So this is telling me that you need to make sure that you're not letting other people influence how you spend your money and your time. So you might have people in your energy that are trying to tell you that you don't need to do anything else. You're fine where you are. They might try and keep you stuck in the position you're in, but they might also be trying to get you to spend your money on everything they want and not necessarily investing into yourself, not making sure that you've bettering yourself for your future. So you can't future proof, potentially very much looking at what you were doing only. We have an 8 of Cups as well. Now, this is telling me that you need to make sure that you are putting your money into something that is some type of investment. So potentially, like I say, investing money into yourself, investing your time or your energy into yourself. Now, it could be something as simple as if you've got money in a current bank account, putting that into a savings account so it earns a little bit of interest. But very much suggesting to me that you need to be taking some time to do some sort of investment. Now, that could be looking at opportunities that are out there, examining the opportunities, investing your time and your energy into working out what it is that you want. And that could be what it means by looking at certain investments and taking the time to do those. We do have a Sun in the reverse, which is telling me that you will be prosperous. You are going to have that success that you want. It's just going to be a little bit longer to get than what you think it should be. So it's not going to be an immediate success, because it does look as though you've got a lot of things that you might need to consider here. Obviously, you've got people that you've got to navigate. You've got potentially a bit of learning to do, very much looking up things that are coming up to make sure that they're right for you. So you will have the success. It is going to come, but it is going to be a little bit slow. Now, if you do follow this advice, or that if you do take the help that's available, we have an Ace of Swords in the reverse. Now, this is suggesting to me that obviously the success is going to be coming. It is very much telling me that. But you need to make sure that you're choosing your allies wisely and make sure that you're following the path that is right for you. Now, it could potentially be the same people here that you've got to try and stop influencing you, that it means by choosing your allies. It could be new people that you meet on your journey. And let's get some clarification. Now, one thing I will say is we have got 3 aces out here. So you might find that if you're seeing reoccurring numbers or signs and synchronicities, it's usually a sign that you're on the right path. But sometimes it might just be worth looking up whatever signs or synchronicities you keep seeing, whatever reoccurring numbers, because it could just be a message from the universe or from your angels or spirit guides, just to let you know that there's something that you just need to do just to keep yourself on that right track. Let's get one more, please, Spirit. Thank you. Right, so to clarify that Ace of Swords then, We have the Ten of Cups is the first one that came out. Now, the Ten of Cups is very much suggesting to me that, well, it's in the reverse. So it's suggesting to me that you need to make sure that you're not paying or that you're not spending on other people. You're still not letting them influence your spending. So very much suggesting that if it's somebody telling you that you shouldn't get a job, you should be taking them on holiday, you know, very much suggesting that that's not what's going to be good for you at the end of the day. You need to be making sure that when you're spending your money, it is on things that you make the decision on, not what other people want. Very much making sure that, you know, you are doing what you need to do. Now, it does suggest that you could have a few disputes with people with regards to that. It could also be that there could be a bit of a wobbly bit of stability if you're, you know, because of those arguments. But at the end of the day, it is suggesting that if it's something that just they want, then it's not going to be particularly great. You know, obviously, if it's something for a family, it's something that both of you want, you know, it's not just them convincing you that you have to pay for it all. And it's reciprocal, you know, if you've got that reciprocal energy behind it, then that's different, you know, because it's something that you want then. If it's, like I say, if it's something that they want, then it is suggesting that it's not necessarily something that you will be entertaining. And it's not the opportunity that you're looking for. Now, we also have a Four of Wands in the reverse. That Four of Wands is telling me that, again, spending time on yourself isn't something that may be happening. So you potentially could be taking that time to do other things, and very much here where it's kind of stopping spending so much interest on yourself, or you know, this is very much, again, not taking quite so much time on yourself. So not letting people influence you, not necessarily spending money on yourself all the time as well. It could just be that instead you're starting to save it. You know, it could be that you take time out from learning certain things as well. So very much your investment in yourself is just taking that little bit of a step back. But this is very much more about money. So spending on yourself, not so much investing in yourself. So it could just be that you cut down on certain luxuries that you would normally like, that people may have convinced you that you like. We do have a Seven of Cups as well. And now the Seven of Cups is telling me that you're going to be using your intuition when spending's concerned. Anything that you actually decide to choose, any kind of investments, you're going to be using your intuition with regards to it. You're not necessarily going to be letting people convince you anymore. You're going to be doing things that you want based on your intuition instead, which is, yeah, that's really good. Right, let's get you an Angel of Abundance to see what other messages Spirit has got for you. Okay, so we've got let go of guilt. So potentially that not spending on others might make you feel a bit guilty. So when you allow your light to shine brightly, you inspire others. Forgive yourself for what you think you've done or not done, and trust that God loves you unconditionally for who you are. Learn and grow from past mistakes instead of berating yourself for them. Okay. So if you've kicking yourself for letting people convince you to spend money and you've ended up losing money, stop berating yourself. If you're kicking yourself for, you know, just overspending on other people, stop doing it. Just stop the spending. Learn from it. Right. I hope you enjoyed your reading today, Aries. If you did, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. If you haven't subscribed yet and you want to hear more from me, then if you hit that subscription button and press the notification bell, it will let you know when I do post new content. Good luck with improving your finances, and thank you very much for joining me.